The Anthropedia Foundation applies evidence-based approaches to health to help the communities they serve. Joining us is Kevin Cloninger, who's the Executive Director of the Anthropedia Foundation. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you very much for having me.
So, okay, tell us about this. You're St. Louis-based. You've been working on this for a long time.
Yes, right.
And you are focused on the stress that we're living in our lives and how to deal with that. So tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing.
Well, we like to say that we're focused on preparing people for the challenges of the 21st century. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. We do work with community organizations, so we partner with other organizations, and we do a lot of educational work. At our heart, we have three basic emphases. We do education, generally for largely professionals, so social workers, psychologists, and medical professionals. Mm-hmm. We do outreach in the community with a variety of different organizations, and we focus on scientific research and development of programs and resources to help people.
Yeah. So, well, all of this the work that you're doing in the community came out of some research, right?
That's correct, yeah.
About stress.
Yeah, so we don't really realize it, we don't think about it very often, but actually the most difficult thing that we have to face today is stress and lifestyle changes. A lot of people don't think about this, but 50 years ago, there was only 3 billion people on this planet. Today, there's 7.4 billion. Mm-hmm. And just that alone is a massive transformation. 50 years. 1961 to today.
Double, more than double.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you add to that things like lifestyle changes like nutrition, level of activity, family structure, really, I always like to say, what would your great-great-grandparents think if they could see the way you were living today? You know, I got an email the other day from an airplane company saying, don't bring any lithium battery-powered hover devices on your aircraft. You know? Right. So if you were to go back 50 years, 100 years, and you were to think about the way we're living today, you would see that so much has drastically changed in a very short period of time. And the truth is that we're having a great deal of difficulty keeping up with those changes.
So, it's interesting the way you pose that question, what would our great-grandparents think? But in some ways, our lives have been enhanced by all the changes in our society and the technology, that kind of thing. Yeah. What you're saying is those same things that enhance our lives are also creating health problems.
Yes, they are, because you don't think about it much, but when there's constantly annoyances coming from, say, technology, or there's constant noise, or you always have to deal with new relationships, or a lot of the technological economy has made us very insecure in our jobs. Yes. So then you add to that burden climate change, economic changes, perpetual war over decades now. And what happens is you lead to very potent stressors in people's lives that are making them, it's very difficult for them. So there's a lot of problems with depression and anxiety. And in fact, depression right now, as we speak, is the second leading cause of a global burden of disease in the world.
And we hear about depression, and we were talking about this before the segment about, is there more depression, or are we just hearing more about it, or people talking about it? Because mental illness is more of an accepted topic of conversation than it used to be.
Correct.
But you're saying research shows there actually is more depression.
It has been perpetually increasing for the last 20 or 30 years, and actually the World Health Organization predicts that by something like 2020, 2025, depression will be the leading cause of a global burden of disease. So it's not what's killing us. That's where we get confused. We know that cancer and heart disease are what's actually killing us. But depression is the true epidemic of our time. Cuts across gender, race, social class, all different demographic categories.
And depression is normal in a sense. I mean, everyone going back to the beginning of time has had episodes of depression in their lives.
Correct.
And it's sadness, it's grief, it's whatever.
Absolutely.
And is it the way now? Is it more prevalent? Are we, because for societal reasons, and are we not understanding how to deal with it in our lives?
Yeah, so it's all these rapid changes, which means that over the course of 50 years, it's very difficult for our bodies and our minds to adapt to those changes. And at the same time, there's a lot of pressures constantly around us. You think about watching the news today, say, versus 20 years ago. There's constant catastrophes that we're exposed to. We're more exposed to that because of technology. And all of these things contribute to the fact that people feel that their life lacks purpose, meaning, that they have ways to contribute, that they have lasting, loving relationships that bring them satisfaction. And so it's leading to a lot of problems. And so rather than in certain ways, in the past, we would have just waited for evolution, right, to help us adapt to these changes. But these changes have gone so quickly.
Yeah, there's no time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have to take this into our own hands.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, come back and continue this conversation. We'll be right back with Kevin at Anthropedia after this break. Please stay with us for more STL Live.